Well, I can't tell you how glad I am you're here talking about this. It takes courage to be here to talk about this. This is a cautionary tale, right? I mean,
Yes.
This is meant to caution others. So how did this begin? You met, and in the beginning, was there ever a normal date? Was there ever a time where...
No, never. It's always been very abnormal and unusual, and at first that intrigued me.
What was going on with you that you were vulnerable to this? I mean, you took these scalding hot baths. I made a list of, these are allegations because he hasn't admitted to it. You were made to kill spiders. What was that about?
This was when we were on a farm and there were spiders in our teepee, and I didn't want to go into the teepee, so he said, no, you have to overcome your fear. You need to kill these spiders yourself. And
you were afraid of them?
yes, of course.
Really afraid of them?
Yes.
All right, and you were starved. You lost like 30 pounds. What was it in you that made it okay to stop eating food to the point that you lost 30 pounds? Why were you willing to do that?
I wasn't. And anytime I would say that I wasn't, it would be cut off, and he would talk to me for hours on end until I was drained mentally, and all I could do is just try and get him to shut up and just go through with it. And he
that's my question.
Awarded me for that.
How did he get you to do that? What was it that, if somebody come try to tell me quit eating, that's an all-day job. You're not going to get me quit eating.
It was definitely a slow process. It wouldn't start with just don't eat. It would be, oh, I want to go for a walk. It's a nice day. No, we need to stay in today, and we need to meditate for hours on end. This will be good for you.
Did he call it fasting? Did he?
Yes.
Okay. But this went on for days at a time, right? And you took painfully hot baths. You ran in the snow till you collapsed. You said it was brainwashing, manipulation, controlling, but it got to a point where you said he was on top of you and attempting to choke you.
Yeah.
Did you think you were going to die?
Absolutely. I know that I would have if I didn't tell him, no, I want to be a part of this again.
Okay. So he did this because you were in defiance.
Yes, absolutely.
How did you ultimately get away from him?
I was around people. This is when we became homeless, and I was around a whole bunch of people, and I got to see their reactions to him, whereas before it was just me and him, always just me and him. And I got to see their reactions. They started to confirm this thought that I had deep down that he would always push away. And it got to the point where I said, no, this is my voice. I have the opportunity to step away. I've made friends that will help me with that. And I took that opportunity, and I'm very glad that I did.
Well, he sent you a text message after you had broken up, right? Mm-hmm. And that was, I wouldn't call it an apology, even though the word was there. He said, I'm sorry that you feel like I took advantage of you. I never meant for it to be that way. Actually, I later learned that I would have been a lot less burdened if I had come to realize what I know today. And I suppose you would have never had to go through such torment. Thankfully, I'll never have to put someone through such things again, nor will I have to go through such hell either. Years down the road, you'll find out that I became famous for what I'm discovering, and you'll be kicking yourself in the head wishing that you had stuck with it. Yes, there were many delusions that the devil sent my way, and yes, I was caught up in them for a while. However, the grace of God has broken me free of them, and I am thankful because of this. Joshua, what do you take from that?
He was just trying to guilt me back into it again, and it wasn't going to work.
Yeah. He's saying, I'm sorry you feel that I took it. He doesn't say, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm sorry you feel that I took
There was
advantage of
no
you.
actual apology there.